Greetings, everyone. This is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul, aka SGIB Magazine. The stand for Soldiers Got Intentions, believe not, because everyone should be soldiering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. Double OG, Mr. Vegas himself, the Continental, representing the purple one, the Prince of Wannabes. Well, I posted a video earlier this morning, and it was about a discotheque that we had gone to last night called Icon Discotheque. At first, I told Diamond that I wanted to go to the discotheque around like 5 o'clock, and of course, that's way too early. So I slept, and I woke up about 12. She was sleeping. I said, it's fine. I woke her up, and I said, let's go. And she didn't move. So I said, okay, it's fine. So I knew the discotheque was open all night. So we went around 3 o'clock, and we had a very nice time. I kind of saw how they do it here in the Philippines with the DJ spinning, etc. The hype man and whatever. But then I started thinking that suppose that I was to have a New Year's Eve party, whereas it started at the first week of January. It started at 3 a.m. and we partied till about 6. Everybody come over. I'm making my famous New York breakfast. The secret about making a good breakfast is that everything's hot at the same time. And then, if weather permit, we'll all go in the pool about 7:30. And those are my dynasty friends, my dynasty family, who have to be at work at 8 or so, can still make it. So I posted that if you're interested, if you think that you would want to come and partake in the festivities, you would. It's funny. Right now we're in December. And I'm looking at the paper, and a lot of people don't realize that the best time to buy an automobile is the last week of December. Reason being because at that time, most car dealerships are trying to make a quota for that previous year. So that's when you get your best deals. Salesmen are bending over backwards to increase their sales quotas. And dealerships are practically not giving them away, but it's the cheapest you're going to get them all year. It's Christmas. It's around December, the month of December. So, I'm thinking about it. But anyway, for those of you who are thinking about buying an automobile, I suggest you go out this month and shop around and see if you can get some good deals. I have the paper here. I'm going through a couple of stories I want to share with you about what's happening here in Cebu, in the Philippines. One thing that we have that in the United States that we're grateful for, especially with police officers, is that we have the police benevolent organization, and that's an organization that looks after the welfare of police officers. In other words, we have a representative where something happened, that you automatically have an attorney. You have someone an organization that's behind you to make sure that you have someone in your corner, a lawyer, and etc. Where here in the Philippines, they don't. But one of the mayors had just made a declaration that that's what they're going to start doing here, is that because the police officers are putting their lives on the line, and oftentimes there have been some type of controversy regarding the shooting or the death of a suspect or what have you, that he may not get the best representation. And oftentimes they have to end up borrowing the money from somewhere in order to pay for the legal costs. So he is allocating out of their money to make sure that police officers have the proper legal representation when it comes to any not wrongdoing or anything that where a police officer needs the legal counseling, which is a good thing. Because after all, they are putting their life on the line, and if anything does happen to them, always want to make sure that the city, the town, the state is behind them, as well as the community. And same thing, it's 50,000 pesos. 50,000 pesos. If you break it down to U.S. money, it sounds like a lot, but it's like $1,000. But $1,000 is a lot of money here in the Philippines. It can get you a good lawyer for a long time. So to make sure that your needs are met whenever you're involved in something like that. while you're protecting and serving the community. The same thing is taking place with the soldiers, because you know, with the soldiers in America, you have your insurance or what have you, whereas that if you have a loved one who's killed in action, that we have the death benefits that they get. Well, I don't know if they have one here in the Philippines, but I know there's an organization, I just read a paper, that is ensuring that they do get about 50,000 pesos for the families to let them know that they are not forgotten. So that's an important thing, especially when you're fighting for your right for freedom, or you're fighting for communism or terrorism or anything, when you're protecting the status quo, that if something happens to that soldier, that his family is taken care of. So that's also something that happened. One tragic story I read in the newspaper. Let's see if I can find it. This was a tragic story. There was two nurses who were killed in an automobile accident, and it just so happens they were killed on the day before they got the notice of them passing their nursing exam, that they become a nurse. It was a single car accident, which meant that the driver said that he lost control, and as a result, I guess them not belted in, a couple was ejected and went over the railing. I don't know how far the drop is, but it's very tragic, very sad that the young people were, it goes to show the importance of, I don't know if they'll go through a toxicology or feel the need to. More often the time, it's just a travesty of that happening, because here in the Philippines, I don't think they have the resources that we have in the United States, where we go through toxicology and all that stuff to determine the drug level, the alcohol level, etc. Sometimes it's just, they're just accepting it as a tragedy. There was the young man driving. Someone said that he lost control, and as a result, he hit the guardrail and put it over. Sometimes that's all you need to know. There's nothing to investigate. The families here have an option of pursuing the investigation of a crime or wrongdoing or not. Even in a police shooting or something like this, some people may feel that it might be because of the fear of the family having some type of retaliation, because of eyewitnesses or etc. So oftentimes they're just acceptance of the fact that the loved one is gone, and that's it. So they have chose not to investigate or to go any further with the investigation. All they know is that they lost their loved ones, and it's a shame. Now, there's one last story I want to share with you. Then I'm going to start my workout. I'm going to cut it out here. There's really no need for you to watch my muscles get bigger. I guess the thing. But this is happening in Jakarta, Indonesia. And the topic of the story is top Indonesia court rejects attempt to criminalize gay sex. Good old India, right? Okay, here we go. It says that, I'm reading this from the Cebu News. It's always good for me to let you know where I get my source from. I get it from the Cebu News and another paper from Cebu called the Inquiry newspaper. But it says, Indonesian top court on Thursday ruled against a petition seeking to make gay sex and sex outside of marriage illegal. Is a victory for the country's LGBT minority. The 5-4 decision by the 9-court panel of the Constitutional Court rejected the argument of the conservative group, the Family Love Alliance. Okay, that's the name of the group. The Family Love Alliance, which believe Indonesia is being swamped by immoral behavior influenced by the internet and social media. Members of the group wept as they became clear that the court would not side with them. That's how emotional it is, but that's the influence of the internet. I've said it time and time again that I would not want to be a teacher in today's school system, for the simple reason that I think it would be very hard to hold a class and say the distance from California to New York is 2,400 and something miles, and then I'm diving here, and then have them have them Google it, and then they say, no, teacher, you're wrong. It's 3,000 something miles. So I think it'd be hell trying to be a teacher today in today's schools. And then not only that, raising a child too, because of the availability of so much information that they have. Okay, so it says right advocates have feared judges would criminalize tens of millions of people by unlawful gay and extramarital sex, setting back human rights in the world's most populous Muslim nation. Some lawmakers are seeking to make homosexuality a crime in an amendment criminal code that might be considered next year. In the past 2 years, the LGBT Indonesia has endured a wave of hostility that has been stroked by inflammatory public statements from conservative officials and religious groups. Police have raided gay clubs and private parties, charging those arrested under Indonesia's broad anti-pornography law. Okay, so with that being said, I guess in some parts of the world, you can't always love the one you with. Okay, so it's a beautiful day. It's raining here in Cebu. I'm gonna stop right here and work out and get my thing on. And I just want to say good morning. This is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul magazine. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one that can see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like I do, like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of the Temptations, would sing, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. And remember, I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Enjoy your day.